Yo, welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Open Ultra League and let's try to get some wins here. We got the Skeledirge versus the Sandslash here, and this is a positive matchup for us. They switch out into their Tentacruel. We're going to go into our Guzzlord here, and you can see right here we're going to be able to get to this Crunch. The Crunch will be able to do some neutral damage. Trying to get a debuff? No debuff, unfortunately. So we're going to shield here because there's a potential this could be Blizzard. Nope, we go for the Scold Bait. However, we're going to apply the pressure here. We're just going to go for this Dragon Claw. If they shield, we're just going to match shields again, having to deal... Okay, well, actually, we might just allow this to go through. Okay, we actually go for the bait right there, but they decided to go for the Blizzard. We're going to go into our Dragonite. This Dragonite here is going to apply the pressure, trying to get to a potential superpower. We throw the Dragon Claw, we get that last shield, and then we're going to switch out into our Skeledirge. Skeledirge here does go for the Ice Punch, and we are going to be able to resist that. We're going to go for this Shadow Ball right here. The Shadow Ball will deal neutral damage, getting it into the low green, and then you can see right there, we will be able to outpace them to the next Shadow Ball, especially with the shield remaining. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game with a little bit of Skeledirge energy and then a lot of baiting. Alright, we got the Skeledirge versus the Trevenant. This matchup right here, they decide to switch out. Dragonite is kind of difficult to deal with. This is something we have to take down by community. Okay, we get a shield and then we're just going to switch out of here. I'm thinking we let this one go. Okay, there's the Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb is going to deal a lot of neutral damage, so we can shield here or allow this to go through. Our opponent does allow our opponent does get the Sludge Bomb to go through. We're going to go for this Dragon Claw, and it's going to get us low enough that they are forced to switch out of there. But you can see we're going to be able to get to the Dragonites. Oh. Looks okay. They're back. I don't know if that was visual or they lagged a little bit, but okay. They definitely lagged out because now they're not really moving. So looks like they unfortunately have lagged out, and this Dragonite is okay. Yeah, they're just gonna unfortunately get farmed down here. So yeah, they had a interesting backline with the Tentacruel, and then we know that they had the Drapion. Drapion was able to get our Guzzlord quite low. If they wanted to, I guess they could have used their last shield, but you can see they were saving that last shield for that Tentacruel. But Tentacruel would have had a tough time against our two shielded Skeledirge, so I think it still would have played out the same. Okay, here we go. We got the Skeledirge versus the Steelix. Good lead for us. They switch out into the Tentacruel. We're going to go into our Guzzlord right here. The Guzzlord is going to be able to tank these fast moves a little bit better. We know that we're going to throw this Crunch here. Trying to get a debuff. No debuff, unfortunately. Now we're going to have to shield here. Potential Blizzard. There's the Blizzard. We're going to see how much energy they build up to. Maybe we have to use this second shield. Okay, we definitely gonna have to use the second shield now if we want to win this switch. So we go for the shield right there. Ends up being the Blizzard again. So 2 shields to maintain the alignment. It looks like they are gonna have to farm us down here or tank maybe 2 crunches. Okay, there's the second crunch. Will this crunch get a debuff is the question. Nope, but we are getting the Steelix here into the yellow. They're going to go for a move here, most likely Earthquake. There's an Earthquake, and we are able to survive that. Okay, looks like they are going to try to catch a move, and we do throw the Disarming Voice. Disarming Voice versus this Pidgeot is only neutral damage. And then we're going to have to throw this Dragon Claw here to get this last shield, because we know that they're going to be able to get to a move here. This is going to determine if they're going to debuff themselves or not. Okay, they go for the Brave Bird and unfortunately unable to win that game right there. The health of the Dragonite just not quite enough. I guess in that last game, we needed to, I don't know, it would have been tough. They had the Tentacruel throwing double blizzards, so that was just a well-designed team. Okay, here we're going to switch out into the Dragonite versus this Feraligatr. Looks like we are going to be able to throw this Dragon Claw here before they get to a potential Ice Beam. Looks like they have potential Ice Beam energy. We're going to have to shield, and they do go for the switch out. Is that a Shadow? Shadow Ampharos here has to thinking about shielding here. Superpower would have done a good amount of damage. Looks like they decided to double shield. And then we're going to come back in here with the Guzzlord. Guzzlord here looking to tank all of this energy. And it looks like they have the Thunder Punch Brutal Swing. So we're going to be able to resist every single move and their charge moves. Farming this down, coming out with some energy. And okay, they are able to get to another Thunder Punch, I'm assuming. There's a Thunder Punch, and we are able to soak up all that energy. Come up with a good amount of energy on our own Guzzlord, but also save that last shield. We're going to go for this Dragon Claw right here, dealing some neutral damage. They switch out into their Skeledirge. So Skeledirge versus our Skeledirge, we do have a shield. They are at a potential Shadow Ball. There's a Shadow Ball. We are able to barely survive it because we were late on the switch. This, our own Shadow Ball, is able to take out their own Skeledirge, and now we just got to make sure we throw this Dragon Claw with our Guzzlord ready, and that's exactly what happened. So this should KO from this range. Yes, it does. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game with some good energy management with our Guzzlord, but especially with the Skeledirge versus Skeledirge end, we needed to survive that Shadow Ball in order to win. All right, next game. Let's see if we can end off on a good note. We have the, if you haven't noticed already, the Skeledirge with the Shadow Dragonite core. So protecting against fairies, and that's exactly what we see in the front. So that's a good situation. They actually have the Drifloon in the back. Drifloon here is kind of interesting because we don't necessarily have a great answer. So we're going to go into our Guzzlord right here. It is going to have to tank some moves. Icy Wind does get revealed. In fact, they have double Icy Winds. The Icy Wind will be able to debuff our attacks. And then now we're going to have to throw this Crunch. This Crunch is going to probably be just short of a KO. Yeah, there's the KO, barely KOing. But unfortunately, the switch timer has reset, so they're going to be able to switch out. This Fortress is going to have to farm us down, and that's exactly what they do. We're gonna have to come in with the Skeledirge. We probably letting this go. There's the Moonblast. We are able to survive it, but this floor just has so much energy that we're gonna have to invest the shield here because we don't want to see this in our back line. Nice catch by them. They decided to switch right back into their Drifloon, catching this move. And what do they have in the back? Oh, ends up being the Feraligatr. So Feraligatr here is going to be a little bit tough to deal with without a shield, especially since they have a shield. So looks like they are going to be able to win this game here, because even though if this is not Ice Beam, I don't see why it wouldn't. They will be able to spam a lot of moves. So GG's to our opponent, unable to win that game. Check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.